Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to another review. Today we are reviewing a Smart Scan tool by Kingbolen. This is the KBL B03. Has been sent to me by the manufacturers and they've asked me to do a review on it. So let's have a look at it, let's unbox it, let's see what we got in the box. Okay, so sealed box we've got here that's been sent to us, brand new Smart Scan tool. We're just going to open it up, take the protective film off. It's always nice to get a package that's sealed. Okay, so this is, as I say, this is the Kingbolen professional diagnostic tool, designed with technicians in mind. 5-inch Android style tablet. Boasts high quality features with easy workflow to tackle the common and complex vehicle diagnostic issues for most modern vehicles worldwide. Don't forget to remove the Kingbolen S from the OBD port after using, of course. So let's get the box open. Let's see what we've got in the box. Nice looking bit of kit. There it is, look at that. Also in the box we have an instruction manual in several languages: English, French, Spanish, Dutch, Russian, Italian, PT, I don't know what PT is, Polish, Japanese. What's PT? Don't know. A couple of silica gel packages. We have the OBD port cable, which that end connects to the machine. Well, we also have a USB cable there, which has got, looks like a micro USB and an ordinary USB-A, and some more silica gel, and I assume that's probably it. I don't think there's anything else under here. Let's just double check. Nope. Okay, so I don't know whether it will power on. We need to go to the car. We'll have a look through the manual and we'll tell you about the features this does before we connect it to the car, but let's just see if we can power it on. I don't know if that will work or not. Yeah, it does. So you can power the thing on without it being connected to the car. So it's a nice little screen. Obviously it's going through its load up. So you can use this on any car. I'm going to use it on one of my Fiat 500s, possibly two. And also going to plug it into the BMW as well. Obviously you can use it on any car, petrol or diesel, probably not electric. We've got an SD card slot in there. We've got another USB in there that covers up. Obviously we choose our language, so we want English. Click on next, and then we come up with the country, or with our location, our time zone. So we want to find Great Britain or United Kingdom. America, Europe, Europe, London, there we go. Click on next. So I'm just going to connect to my Wi-Fi, so just bear with me while I type in the password for my Wi-Fi. I'll do that off camera. Okay, so we've okayed that, so we're now on my Wi-Fi. Connected, it's now loading. And I imagine it's probably going to do some updates, I would think. It's nice, quite a nice little bit of kit this, isn't it? It looks good. Failed to obtain configuration information, please contact your dealer. Okay, that's not a good start. Okay. So what do we do? Let's click on next. So we are connected, so we'll click on next. And it says loading. Oh, here we go. Supported systems and software. So it does oil, brakes, power steering, ETS, I'm not sure what ETS is, BMS, I'm not sure what BMS, DPF filter, tyre sensors, ABS bleeding, immobilizers. Oh, it says keys there, so it'll be interesting to see what it does. Injectors, gearbox, EGR valves, AFS, suspension, sun, don't know what sun is, yeah, it does quite a lot, doesn't it? I click on OK, and then we have the it's nice to have a touch screen and not have to scroll up and down. I mean, obviously we can do, I assume you can touch the screen as well. So let's say we want to go into diagnostics. Yeah, so we can actually touch the screen as well. And what comes up at the top first? Our bath. So it covers a multitude of cars. American, European, you can obviously filter it between. You name it, it's on there. Zaz, what the hell's a Zaz? And a Vaz, V-A-Z, don't know what they are. Seat and Ciaz, so it's obviously another version of a Seat, I imagine. Polestar, Porsche, Peugeots, Opels, Maseratis, Maybach, Minis, Mercedes, Lamborghinis, Jaguar, Land Rover, Fiat, Iveco, Ferraris, Euro Ford. So presumably that's all Ford Euros. Please connect with diagnostic cable. So we can't do any more with it at the moment because we need to connect to the actual car itself. So what we'll do is we'll leave that running. I've hit update on all of them, so we'll leave that running so they can all get updated. We may as well have them all up to date. So it is doing them. Look, it's starting at the beginning. As you can see, it's downloading some of them. So we'll let it do its thing. It's got 94% battery, so we'll just leave it switched on for the time being. And then as soon as that's finished, what we'll do is we'll go out to the car and we'll run it through, put it through its paces. But first impressions, nice little bit of kit. Okay, we are now in my BMW. For those of you who don't know, it's 2021 1.5. It's a 2 Series Active Tourer automatic, and it's got no errors. It's recently been serviced and MOT'd. It's got no errors on it, but we're going to connect to it and see what comes up. So we'll press the OBD button, and it will show us various things. Bear with. And it's found the car. It's found the VIN number of the car. So we press enter. And then we can do various things. Read IM readiness mode, test results, control option of onboard components, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to read some fault codes. Now there's not going to be any. There are no fault codes, which is nice. Clear fault codes, obviously, if there were any. I'm not sure. Already status after DTC is cleared, so yeah, we're not going to have anything on here for that, unfortunately. Diagnostics, we want European, and we want where's BMW? BMW, there it is. So it quite easily connects. It's really, oh look, Rolls-Royce as well. It easy, nice touchscreen. You don't have to. It perches nice. It seems to perch nice on the steering wheel. Automatically search, and it's a nice light touch on the touchscreen. You don't have to press it really hard like you do with some touchscreens. So it's connecting to the car. There we go. We found it again. Mileage of 23,762 miles. It's an F45, 2 Series, 218i. Manual. It's not a manual gearbox, it's an automatic gearbox, so it's got that wrong. Right hand drive, construction date March 2021 in Deutschland. Okay, so what's next? Press on the next button. Health report. Let's have a health report. So it's got quite a lot of features on this, far too many to actually go through. We are connected to my Wi-Fi here, as you can see, just about. I'm parked out in the road, but it is still connected to it. So ECM, Indian control model, transmission. See, these are all green ticks. They're all okay. Everything on here is okay. So obviously, if there was a problem, it would come back and it would tell you what the problem was. We'll go into transmission control, see what it does. It's probably not going to do anything. It just comes up with lots of details about it. It's not going to come up with any errors because there aren't any errors. Everything in this car is working as it should. But as you can see, it's quite detailed. So if we go back home, We want to go back again, back to the beginning. So maintenance on here, if you're going to do an oil change, if you're going to bleed the brakes, I don't know what AF, oh yeah, that's probably with lights that have got ECUs. I imagine it's for maybe programming ECUs, I'm not sure. Battery management system, being a BMW, if you do put a new battery in it, you have to tell the car that it is. I'm not going to do that, obviously, because it's not a new battery. Brakes, again, I don't know, there's some sort of reset when you add new discs and pads. An EGR valve, again, I'm not sure why you would, that's an exhaust gas recirculation valve, whether that's a reset of some sort. Obviously the DPF, that would be for DPF regeneration. Not sure what ETS is, something on the gearbox. You can read the immobilizer, potentially you can program keys. That would be to reset the oil, steering, injectors, all sorts of things. Suspension, I'm not quite sure what it would do with it. If you've got active suspension, maybe it would be something to do with that. But there was a hell of a lot of things that you can do on here. So you've got your basic diagnostics, you've got live data, pretty much everything is included on here. We can't demo it to any great degree because, of course, there's no errors on this particular car. Now the Fiat 500 that I've got down the drive is a car in progress, one of my projects, and that has got an engine error on there. So we're going to connect to that now, and then we'll see what we can get coming up on that car. Okay, so we are booting up. It's actually booting up as soon as I plugged it in, so I haven't got the key in the ignition, but it's booting up already. So we can see there again, we showed this before. It's actually charging as well from the OBD port. So I did charge it up before for a little while. It's at 46% now. And as you can see, there's all the things here that we can do with it. So what I'm going to do, this particular car has actually got an error on it, which this is one of my project cars. This is a Fiat 500 Sport. For those of you who are regulars to the channel, you'll recognise this car. This is the one that smells of dog. And I have developed an error with saying check engine. I've got no idea why. It wasn't like it before. So this is an ideal opportunity to actually see what's happening. So if we turn the power on, I'm going to attempt to connect to the engine. Connecting in serial mode. In process, here we go, CAN bus protocol waiting, in process. So it's going through, DTC's in this ECU 1. That's probably going to be the one that we want then. So it shows us that the engine is off, so we're going to press that. And I guess enter. And it's going to show us what it is it? Read IM readiness mode, read live data, clear fault codes. There's all sorts of things there. So we want to read a fault code in this particular instance, and we're going to pick the car. Fiat, right at the bottom. Invalid data received from the body control module. Current, so I don't know what that's all about. Network connection failed. So yeah, something not quite right there. We are on, ignition is on, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, not quite sure what that's all about. What happens if we click report? Business information, vehicle information. Yeah, that's nothing. So okay. So we'll go home. Diagnostics, let's click on diagnostics. So again, we want to Fiat. It's nice to have a nice touch screen rather than having to do it on your phone or on a laptop. And it's perched quite nicely there on the top of the steering wheel. Because it's a touch screen, you know, you're not having to press it, you're just literally touching it lightly. Okay, so automatically search, I think that will probably search through all of the ECUs. So it's recognising what the car is, so it's 2007 onwards. Cinquecento, 500 or 595, so we'll say OK to that. It's reading the ECUs. I'm assuming it's reading all of them. Bearing in mind I've not used this before, I haven't read the manual. We'll go through other things that it can do, but I thought it was just good to show you on this particular car what the error was. So we want a health report, system scan or system selection. Let's do a system scan, shall we? Scan the system automatically. And here it goes. So that's now scanning all the ECUs. Occupant restraint equipped, engine control module equipped, ABS, so presumably they're the ones it can check. We want to read the fault code. Well, I think we already know about that. DTC code, air conditioner pressure sensor. Now the reason for that is because my air conditioning condenser is not on the car. There is no air conditioning sensor on the car, and because of that, of course, the electrical connection is not plugged in. Hence, we have a short circuit. Time and date from body control module, missing message. Now that could be something to do with the fact I've put a new speedometer in this car and I've not yet proxy aligned it. That could well be that. Network connection failed, don't know why it's doing that. So we'll go back and we'll go back and we'll try and clear the fault memory. Whether it will do it or not. Completed, yeah, I'm not sure it's done it because obviously the faults are still there. So that probably won't help at the moment. So if we go back to, so we'll return, maintenance, so with the maintenance, so you can do your reset, so you can bleed your ABS, new battery management, brakes, I don't know what that is. You can do a, if we go into DPF, this car hasn't got a DPF, but I imagine you can do a DPF regeneration. That's what DPF reg, so yeah, using this you can do a DPF regeneration. For full function product, yeah, I mean it's not going to do it in this car because we don't have a DPF. And then obviously you choose your car, go through the motions and it will do it. Yes please. BCM body control module. Now we know there's a bit of an issue here, but we don't really know what it is. Special function, caution, special function will change the status of the vehicle. Ah, we can program keys with it, okay. So I'm not going to do that now. And we don't know, the thing with Fiats is that to program a key, it's not as easy. You can clone keys, which I do use in an X tool. But to program a key, you need to be able to pre-code the key. Now, whether this can do it or not, I don't know. I'm not going to attempt it on this car. One, I haven't got a chip for it, but I'll have a look in the manual and see if it actually does it. But that is a feature on here. Whether it works remains to be seen. Okay, so we've logged into the Speedo, which is the same way that you would do it using multi-ECU scan. And it's telling us that convergence telematic module is missing. Now we do have a flashing mileage on this car, which means that the Blue and Me is faulty. Now we don't know at this stage whether it's working or whether a proxy alignment can be done. I'm not sure that you can do a proxy alignment on this bit of kit. I'm not sure if it would do it. Network connection failed. I think we need to be connected, and I thought I was connected, to be honest with you, to my home network. I think that's what it's referring to. So I've just reconnected. I actually connected to my Wi-Fi. It wasn't connected. So I went into the settings and connected it to my Wi-Fi, and you can see there is a bit of a weak signal, but a signal all the same. I am parked outside, obviously, next to the house. So I've reconnected to the engine ECU, and it's saying no DTCs in the ECU. So I did clear it the last time. Readiness completed. I don't know what that means. Enter. I think it just needs a bit of playing around, doesn't it? I think really. But yeah, you can do all sorts of things with this. Maintenance. We looked at the maintenance. So immobiliser, injections, gearbox, EGR valve, suspension. It depends on what your car is as to what things you can do. A Fiat 500 is pretty basic, so a lot of the things are not really relevant in this particular car. Right, I've gone into select data stream, so I've started the engine, so you can read all your codes here, all the various things on your engine coolant temperature. If I highlight that, and then presumably we can do OK. So you can select all, engine RPM, fuel level, fuel system. So I wanted to see on here, location of oxygen sensors. So I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to click on OK. And this should then give me, there you go. So we've got no codes, so that's because we've cleared it. So the engine light is off, yes, as I can see. Absolute load value, throttle position, accelerator pedal position, barometric pressure, all sorts of things, catalyst temperature, all sorts, engine cooling temperature, 93 degrees, wow. RPM, fuel level input, all sorts of information there, which to me means very little. Intake manifold, absolute pressure, so that can be often an issue with rough running and that sort of thing. The manifold pressure, intake pressure, oxygen sensors, according to this they're okay. About that oxygen sensor output voltage, so we've got voltage that is changing, so you never know, that might be an issue. Throttle position, if we accelerate, obviously that changes. So you can read that in real time, and as I do that, as I press that accelerator, that is changing. There's no delay in that whatsoever, it comes up straight away. So that's quite good. That doesn't particularly mean much to me, to be honest. So basically, when you first switch this on, you're going to hit the diagnostics. That's going to be the first thing you're going to do. You're going to choose your car, and it's just going to get on with it. As I say, that's what we did to start with. And there were some issues. We cleared the issue, and it's gone, and the engine light has gone off. So that's it. There it is, the Kingbolen S800 scan tool. Cracking little bit of kit, standalone, no app required, straight from this. I like it. What do you think? Now, price. Let's show you what the price is. So the price for this bit of kit from Kingbolen. So I'm looking at the screen here, and I've got it on Amazon. So it starts off as a 4 system and 4 reset machine, and that's £130 and 90 pence. Now that will do 4 systems, full OBD2 functions, auto Vin and Scan. This will reset codes on the engine ECU, the ABS, the SRS and the transmission system on vehicles. It supports read and clear car code faults and turn off the corresponding fault warnings. So that's the 4 that it takes care of on there. So on the next one up, which is a 4 system with 8 resets, that is for £249, and that gives you again free lifetime updates. They're all free lifetime updates. Automotive engine 4 system scan tool with 8 resets. So that's ECM, TCM, SRS, ABS code reader, oil, TPMS, brakes, SAS and throttle adaptation, service, and again auto Vin. That one's £249, so that's got more memory on that one as well, I think. And the next one, which is a bit confusing because it is the same. It seems to be the same 4 system and 8 reset, which is the same as the other one. That one is £189, and that there is a voucher there for £35 off on the Amazon site. Now that one does engine, ABS, SRS, AT. Not sure what AT is. Service, oil, brake, SAS, BMS, DPF, TPMS, ABS bleed, throttle reset, again with lifetime free updates. Now the one that you've seen me demonstrate is a 4 system 15 reset, so this does the full Monty, this does everything. And this one is the most expensive. Actually it's cheaper than the 4 system 8 reset. I don't really understand that, why that's, I think that's been mispriced somewhere along the line. This is a 4 system and 15 resets, but there is, and it's £239, but there is a £45 voucher that you can click on Amazon to give you £45 off of that. So that is the top of the range and is by far the best one to get. And that will do. So these are all 2024 versions of the kit. It's all up to date. 4 system diagnostic, 8 hot powerful research services. Again, auto Vin, auto scan, live data stream, all of that. They all do that. Built-in DTC. So this does engine, ABS, SRS, gearbox. It will do 15 resets, so vehicle health report, generate and print. 15 daily reset service, oil reset, EPB reset, that's the brake, steering angle calibration, TPMS reset, electronic throttle match, DPF regeneration, ABS bleeding, battery match, etc. It says so there's 15 of them in one. Also does live data stream with a battery voltage test as well, which you could probably see that was on the top of the screen when I was demonstrating it. This is definitely the one to get, I think. They all do 75 car brands in 16 languages, and as I say, this one is £239 with a £45 voucher. Right, since recording that last night, I've had a message from Kingbolen, and they've given me a great saving. So the top of the range one, if you use the £45 code on Amazon, I've also got a 10% off code as well, which takes it down to £170 and 10p. That's the top of the range one. The normal price is £239, and you can get it for £170 and 10p. Look in the description of the video, you'll see the link to the product, and you'll see my discount code in there as well. Just use that in the checkout. It automatically adds the £45 voucher off in the once you get to the checkout, and then all you do is enter your promotion code, which I'll tell you is L8MQLGPA. Just stick that into the promotional code, and it'll give you another 10% off. As I say, taking it down to £170. That's a discount of 28% in total, so that is an absolute cracker of a deal. Then the manufacturers also do have 2 other products called an S500 and an S600, which are the same series, but very, very similar. But you can find those on the Kingbolen store within Amazon. If you're interested in one of those, they are going to send me a code for those as well. If you want to get yourself one of the different models, either the S500 or the S600. So again, look in the description and you'll find the codes in there. It might take a couple of days before they appear, depending on when you see this video, as I need to get those from the manufacturers. But yeah, great deal. And there will be more to come. There will be more reviews on products. I keep quite often getting asked by manufacturers and suppliers now to test things. A lot of them I'm saying no to. But I've got a couple more coming up in the pipeline very soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about it. If you've got one, let me know. And if there's things on it that I haven't covered that you think is important, again, please let me know. So that's it for the time being. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.